to be effective at it. So I'm curious to see how Varus Kalista is going to play out against Caitlyn.
Oh, we get it.
Pick of the draft. Okay, so it's Gragas mid. Remember this to prevent the follow-up trade from Busio and Doublelift as he has to fall back.
That's always when this Varus looks the best as support. Walk up with these aggressive Hail of Blades trades. Just use your barrier super early on. Cooldown will come back up.
Oh! Flash from Busio for the binding, but they turn it back around. It's going to be a trade so far, but now it's AD carry versus support, and Busio's got a whole lot of spears in him. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and see.
The lane's going to be completely decided for anyone just yet, but this gang might decide it.
Contracts might have something to say about that decision, as Luger's going to get his 3rd kill of the game. Make it his 4th kill of the game, and for it, Palafox staying as far away as he can to clear away this control ward. Doesn't look like we're going to get a whole lot of anything out of it.
Yep, I like the respect Palafox is showing here. He recognizes they obviously timed his flash. They are running out of time to punish it, so they're probably looking there. And he was right, they were up their follow-up CC. So I think they're really going to be hoping that CLG just overextends here or gives them something.
Ooh, CLG picking up that first here in 25 seconds, but Closer's got his eyes on the other side of the map. Dokla does not have his ulti ready to go again. The Olaf ulti, however, is ready. Ragnarok has been used. There comes the damage from Sion to try to take him with him, as you've got Palafox wanting to join in. Dokla's dead body just tears Tenacity apart, and it's a double kill for a dead man.
CLG's favored.
Big Dokes with the expert passive usage here on Sion on full display. CLG, they're not done.
Busio gets caught by the chains of corruption. Poom has his number, and they set it up for Luger yet again. The perfect AD carry score. No deaths, no assists,
Get him,
all
Bjergsen.
kills. Bjergsen wants to go after the dragon, but good lord, man, he's just getting melted by the dragon breath. This looks real bad. Bjergsen tries to get away. The big man belly flop gets him out for now, but here come the skies, and they descend on Bjergsen's health bar, baby. Palafox getting kill number 1.
Wow, almost the exact same situation. 100 Thieves just trying to make a, spur of the moment play, but CLG's ready for it. They have those TPs, they have the resources. They're saying, obviously those 2 plays before where they got TP'd on were pretty tragic for them, but they do have TP advantage now. Bjergsen has his teleport available, and CLG does not have either of theirs. So they could look to try to make some outnumbered play, but it might be hard.
Ooh, Bjergsen's gonna be caught out by contracts here. They're just gonna chain CC, and Bjergsen, what the hell are you doing there? Of all the places on Summoner's Rift you could have been.
He's going for a quick nap.
Okay, yeah, a dirt nap.
He got a little bit too much to drink.
He's going back to the fountain to take a bath as well. He's got to wash it off. Oh my goodness. CLG just looked uncontested.
And Poom's just throwing out another chains of corruption on this Varus. Landing needed to knock this sucker down. I don't really think 100 Thieves is doing a whole lot to stop it when Luger shows up to provide the DPS. That is now the 5th turret of the game, claimed by CLG. There comes the meteor from Palafox. Would give them a nice injection of gold, but CLG recognizes, hey, all we got to do is send Palafox up here. He'll clear the wave. He'll make it so they can't grab this. And now he and Poom are going to be the Baron with his Breath of Light. So CLG might just be able to use Dokla as a distraction and go after this. All right, it's getting a little haphazard here. Palafox coming around from the side. They throw down the damage. Wombo combo. Bjergsen's at 10% HP. He tries to get back away, but they're falling in from the side, and they're all falling down on 100 Thieves. Bjergsen's the only one to hit the dirt, but Busio, Closer, and Tenacity are all below half HP. CLG heads right back over to Baron, and 100 Thieves is stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I think, that was a pretty decent play by CLG. They did use the big Aurelion Soul. 100 Thieves might have a small window to look for a play, but it's pretty doomed.
Shoot him, Poom! Shoot him! There we go.
The only play they could look for, though, maybe mid-tower objective bounty shutdown, and CLG definitely will secure Baron. They do get the tower. There's a little bit of money for your troubles, but the rest of the team is just dead.
Yeah, if you're asking me would I like to trade my mid lane tier 1 turret for a Baron and an enemy inhibitor turret, I'll say yes, every single time. And that's exactly what CLG got. They're wearing purple on everybody. They haven't had to sacrifice a man just yet, but contracts may be caught here. 100 Thieves just throwing everything at him to clean up this jungler, and they should be able to find it. There it is. Tenacity will take the kill.
A little bit stumped as far as how to actually break the base, or maybe not.
Maybe they're just going to hard force it like this. They get the ulti out of the Olaf. So Tenacity knows he's got to try to do something here. Dokla is stuck on the front. They might just be able to kill the Scion. They get him. Nicely done. 100 Thieves defending against the CLG Baron.
I do think the initiation, like half-hearted.
I think what they could do is probably just have Scion sit behind mid and just ult into the turret. The ulti damage plus the demolish afterwards is going to be enough to break the
damage into the Scion. Everybody finishes it off. 100 Thieves, they're happy to get a little bit of breathing room, though. Another objective bounty here.
Tenacity and 100 Thieves had not managed to grab that other one earlier on. So, hey, at least you got 5 more minutes before CLG hits that power spike. Baron's not going to be alive for another 3 minutes, and I feel like Aurelion Sol is scaling infinitely. Luger has 3 items completed on the Kalista, including the Bloodthirster and the Immortal Shield Bow. Closer flashed, but Contracts had the aim to chase him through it, and with Poom doing the damage, they're going to finish off the 100 Thieves. While otherwise, might be a little tricky here for 100 Thieves. Tenacity pops the Ragnarok. He's ready to fight Dokla.
The KDA.
Dokla's just walking away. All right, now he re-engages. Tenacity has run out of Ragnarok, and the Dragon is ready to chase him. The Ghost is going to give Tenacity a little bit of time to run away. Top lane inhibitor fell while we're watching this, but this is more interesting. Palafox is on a rampage. Olaf's dead. Wow. With the money that he would receive from doing so. Dokla charging up that big decimating smash there, but now just walks it on off. Tenacity going to lead the charge forward as 100 Thieves recognizes Baron is up. They do not want to allow CLG to take it. They're going to grab their own red buff here for Double Lift, just try to give him as much firepower as possible. Contracts maintaining aggro on the Baron. It's still at about half HP. Tenacity and Closer still trying to push forward, gain every inch of ground they can. Dokla on the front line. A lot of damage being done to Tenacity. He's using the stasis, trying to stay alive here in the very front. Busio is burning down. Dokla's already killed Tenacity. Busio runs, and Closer's getting beat. It's Bjergsen already gone first, and 3 of the 100 Thieves are already dead. Busio burns away. A double kill for Palafox. Baron be damned, the game is over, and CLG's gonna take it.
Yeah, that's going to do it. You know, they tried. Bjergsen went for the flash combo on Aurelion Sol, did about 30% of his health, not quite enough, and yeah, CLG's going to take it. Pretty impressive game by CLG, all things said. You know,
Incredible.
Starting from the bottom, just become this unkillable tank. He's so strong.
Boy. There it is, Renekton. I think that was the flex. He probably picked Cho'Gath expecting it to be the Jace top lane.
Angles. Blabber that you want to keep your eyes on has gone from red quadrant over to blue and ganking Armut already.
Well, we just saw Fudge use the Rupture. It'll come back up here in a couple of seconds, and I expect once that Rupture is ready, Blabber's going to want to pick his moment here. If they can get Armut to use the Slice, then they know they're going to be in a really good spot. Rupture is used, Armut flashes, Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, one more hit will do it. Armut's down, and C9's on the board.
Yeah, I love the other buffs were the majority mana cost buffs to help out that lane phase, so now it is easier for you to have a stronger lane phase with mana cost reductions on Q and W, as well as the extra damage we talked about, but Sven is already dead!
Sven's down, and it's Toma. 9 KDA, man.
Blast Cone 2, he hits the Q.
Oh, and Blabber just goes in. He got the Dragon thanks to Blabber's steal, so they're controlling everything right now as M&S tries to put himself in a spot to be able to find a kill here on Santorin, but with Santorin being able to escape from the lethal damage thanks to his flash, M&S is now in a bit of a tricky position. LeBlanc is one of the best champions to try to navigate your way out of something like this, but when you got 3 dudes chasing after you, Shock Blast tags him, so that means the timer will not expire anytime soon to go for an execute. M&S has to try to find some fancy feet, but there's not enough fanciness in the world to get you out of that, and Jensen's getting the money as another kill comes through. Sven's taken low yet again. Ignar kills him yet again.
Collapse from Dig. Armut is coming down from top side as well, though.
Cho'Gath ulti is about to come back up, so whether or not they want to use it for a fight or for the objective will be up to them. M&S needs to reset his spot here a little bit. Still stuck on the wrong side of the terrain. Ignar gonna throw out another one of those inner flames. He gets the ignite,
shield.
But the shield, the safeguard from Blabber, along with the heal of Berserker, will keep M&S alive. Dignitas, however, has done significant damage to the enemy mid laner, who does not have a teleport. It means they have man advantage. Tomo's pretty low, but he is Ezreal. He can still contribute with a couple of Mystic shots over the wall. Armut trying to challenge Blabber here in the pit over the Drake. Berserker using the trap to keep Ignar away, make it so he's not able to participate. Blabber gets right back away, but Jensen finishes him off. It'll be traded to 1-for-1, but now Sven dies too. Dignitas is out fighting Cloud9 here in the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, Cloud9 thought they could take the
Drake the game for themselves. C9 stole the first one away. This time around, Blabber's not a
clock from Fudge 2. That tower is toast.
Armit gets away. All he can do is watch the turret fall. The trade is happening on the other end of the map as Tomo and Ignar are working together to take that one down. The Herald is going to be summoned up here in the top lane still, but aiming for the second turret. Remember, these are worth so much money compared to the other ones. It's a pretty big influx of gold for C9 to grab it, going from just about 400 gold on. Dignitas just struggling to try to answer what C9 is doing here. Fudge and Blabber going to work together, take down that tier 1 in bottom lane. They'll pick that up. That is all back to, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. You want to knock down that turret. You want to make sure LeBlanc and everybody else can chase after these guys. Armit's been caught out of position, though. He'll use the Dominus, but what's it even going to do? Armit getting caught with his pants down, and that could be a problem. Fudge won't be popped as easily. The Cho'Gath is much tankier, and Cloud9 now stands 5v4 for the next 27 seconds. They're not done quite yet. M&S over the wall wants to throw out a little bit of burst, but can't get it all onto the same target. Now that mid lane tier 1 that was that bastion of safety for Dig, that's gonna fall. Gold lead 2,500.
Entering an area where your opponents just counter jungled you, you have to assume that there are wards there, that they have the vision advantage.
Right.
And since they are pushed up in mid lane too, they have the ability to rotate quicker over to you. So retaking, you have to have so much more of a cautious approach in retaking that territory. And Armut got punished. Now though, Sven.
And Sven is caught. Sven is dead. That flash was unfortunate. It's a rough game for Sven. 0-4-2 here on the Kalista. Dignitas has been picking on him constantly. But now, are they going to get caught out instead? They will. Fudge with the kill on Santorin. And now Dignitas has to fall back. Berserker's winning the 1v1 against Tomo off the side, while Fudge remains an impenetrable front line. It's Jensen getting kicked back into Fudge's waiting arms. Sonic wave into the resonating strike, but they can't quite kill him just yet. Jensen and Tomo and Ignar are all falling away as Blabber's about to fall down, and Armit picks him up. Now he sidesteps out of the way of the rupture, but nobody else from Dig can get in range. Armit falls, and everybody else tries to fall back. Fudge continues pushing forward, wants to see if he might be able to grab. That's about the best you can hope for in that situation.
Good job. I mean, it does attract the Cloud9 attention there, so Jensen is able to get
kills as well as Dragon or Baron kills are going to get you the rest of them. So very, very strong boy here. Ignar tries to get away from him. I don't know if the Feast would have been enough to kill Ignar there, but now Fudge and Sven might be in some trouble with a TP coming in. Fudge already had to use the flash. They finally might have enough ammo to take down the big old Cho'Gath, and yes, they will. Jensen's grabbing the shutdown money, but Armit's going to be traded back thanks to M&S. Blabber disengages with a kick, and it's 4v4 on the Rift. Oh, dies! A beautiful long shot coming down from Jensen and Tomo together.
I guess they don't need CC to lock down the LeBlanc after all. Flowers, the best CC is death. They snipe him. Jensen as well as Tomo. Pinpoint accuracy. Berserker trying to do it all himself, though.
Berserker getting real close up in their faces, making sure that he's trying to maximize these DPS windows. Dignitas has more men, but their health bars aren't exactly super nice right now. Jensen threatening another kill there with an accelerated shock blast. Sven has to save Berserker to get him away from it. The Drake's at 3K. Blabber wants to try to steal. Santorin off. Blabber takes him down and steals it away again. He just keeps getting away with it. They'll finally pick up the kill, but Fudge is back, and he's madder than hell. He missed the rupture, but Berserker aims true. Over, they have started up the Baron. Dignitas knows what's going on thanks to Tomo's ultimate. Jensen's trying to come around from the side, but M&S sees him on the flank. Now M&S might need to be a little bit careful. Distorts over the wall to get away from Santorin. Still ends up eating the damage from Shock Blast. Baron's going to be secured by Fudge and C9. Armit's in the middle of everybody, but not for long. He's already more damage amped for both himself and his teammates, particularly the LeBlanc. And C9 is just going to force things down in two different lanes at the same time. Bottom lane has 4 out of 5 of the players, while M&S is separated.
Slowly but surely, the siege taking effect.
Man, Dignitas cannot stabilize against this. They are hemorrhaging at this point. M&S takes down the tier 3 turret in mid, and now C9 is bringing the brunt of their force here into bottom lane. M&S ready to join up with everybody else. Blabber stuck in the middle, he might be killed, but no, he won't. Armit's the only one to die so far, and C9's gonna pick up their first inhib here in bottom lane. Shock blast from Jensen hits Blabber, takes him low, but he ain't dead. And the mid lane inhibitor falls next. 2 inhibs down in the blink of an eye, and C9 has a lot of minions pushing up here in mid. They can just keep trying to push. They may just be able to end the game right now. They still got 25 seconds before Armit is back on the map. Blabber is very low, but the first Nexus turret has already fallen. Fudge finds a knock-up on a Santorin. The feast isn't ready just yet, but M&S finds blood in the water and absolutely tears Tomo apart. Dig is stuck back on the fountain stairs, and one Baron is all it took. 30 minutes in.
Rome, you go the Talia. Looks like they're going to do the match and Rome here. And I would love to look Rome to that bottom lane for sure. So definitely looks like a good option to me.
I want to see Garen with Ignite.
Inspired looking for mid. Might be able to seek out an angle here on Vikla. Yes, they do. The body slam, the flash, the damage, the auto attack, the first blood for plus 500 from the advantages they've earned through their farm.
There's level 6 here.
Oh boy, and he swoops him right on over to Someday Garen. They pop the silence. Spin to win. Don't forget that. Of no Garen.
I remember it like it was yesterday. 2013. Here we go. Vulcan hits the hook.
Ayla.
Oh,
Ayla. Goodbye.
You got to emote. There it is. There it is. The white
Yes.
flag.
Show. He can instantly burst it. Should be able to finish it off. If Vulcan steals that with a death sentence, he deserves it.
This is also a very, very late first neutral objective.
And him having the Azir ultimate ready is causing FlyQuest to run.
Vulcan goes in, and they're going in after Vikla. Man, they just juggle him around, beat him down. JoJo getting the...
This inspired flash on Gragas, ready for the full combo.
All right, FlyQuest has claimed the dragon. That's going to be their second Drake of the game. Vulcan goes for him.
But honestly, very well done by FlyQuest. That is back-to-back neutral objectives. Now Vulcan under attack.
Oh, Vulcan's going to be caught in a pretty bad place to be. And Prince getting the money is exactly what...
I would expect that BT just, you know, you're up against poke Varus as you're, even Gragas to an extent, like, by all means, EG wants to poke you out.
This time, FlyQuest are not able to interfere with that process, but FlyQuest are going to go ahead and take the trade. You get the Herald, we'll take the best AD carry player in the league. Prince has been a standout performer throughout this entire split. FBI is going to be caught by Spica there, but he has the cleanse so he can get away from the ulti. Impact coming around on the side as Vikla separates them all and inspires the one caught out, but Impact may just be punished. He flashes away from the chickens and escapes with 10 HP. The fight continues, and Prince goes forward, but Prince may have been caught. He gets back over the wall. How the hell's he still alive? Finally going to be shut down. Vulcan gets slammed down by the Demacian sword, and now Spica has to run away from the Garen. Someday's still after him, and he just keeps on spinning and stop the stacks from FlyQuest.
Yep, FBI gets back first as far as the DPS, and JoJo teleport difference is able to burn it down over to the Lantern to put Impact in such a scary spot.
Yeah, that was so back and forth.
Right. A lot of summoner spells, Bone.
Yep.
A lot of flashes down, and trying to take advantage right now.
Prince gonna get shuffled back into the rest of EG. He's trying to tank it out as long as he can, but it can't be done. JoJo takes him down, and Ayla walks away with another 10 HP escape, but JoJo won't let him get all the way home. A double kill for the Emperor and the mid laner of EG, as now they've got a 5v3, and their sights are set on Baron. They gotta keep Spica in mind, though. Always keep eyes on him, always keep him away. If Someday looking to play interference, as they're going to throw JoJo's soldiers back over the wall. Vulcan goes for a hook. Impact goes down below half HP. Another death sentence flies out, but it ain't going to find the mark. Impact trying to deal with Someday and keep him away, so Spica's able to find an angle to enter into the pit, but it ain't going to happen. Someday goes all out. Someday goes all in. There's the execution on Cassante. He presses his ult, and then you just eat him. You don't even got to be Cho'Gath. It's evil geniuses getting everything.
I love how much attention EG put on into Cassante. Meanwhile, Vikla gets zoned out by the rest of them. He will shoot.
He loses a lot of his bonus resistances too. I don't even get to talk about it, man. They're already going in. Prince is down, but he's traded away for JoJo. FlyQuest now looking for their chance to punish EG. Vulcan wants to get away. He flashes over the wall. He'll survive, but now Impact is going after Inspired, and he's going all the way. Spica gets the kill, and Someday he's split pushing all the way to victory, looking to take down the tier 3 turret in top. He'll get it, and he'll get out.
Into body slam. He doesn't hit the ground. Gragas ult into a zero. He's just bounce house, bouncing all the way to the fountain there.
That was a very good Gragas play. That was not an easy ult to hit.
And then boom, they wombo combo. It's the impact ulti into the shove from Talia that guarantees the extra kill onto Inspired there from FlyQuest. Now they got to try to defend underneath their tier 2 turret. Gragas ulti flies out. Impact doing a good job there, being that frontliner, being the guy who can soak all this damage. Jojo's not grouped up with the rest of Evil Geniuses. He's pushing over to the side, taking out the tier 2 in mid lane. It's going to buy enough time for the rest of EG to take the tier 2 in the bottom lane. The gold lead expands further, 7.5.
We saw Inspired, Jojo, FBI, Vulcan, everything being...
He's flying like a bat out of hell. Lulu, run, little Lulu, run!
Goodbye, Ayla.
Run, little Lulu, run! FBI gets the money and...
up for a lot of these mid-game moves where EG are also finding picks, and someday gonna get his 1v1 teleport out for impact though.
Oh,
he came back up!
The
cooldown
silence came back! The silence came back! Black Cleaver's ability haste is enough to restore the Q's cooldown just in time to cancel Impact's escape. He wants to flash away, but he knows he can't do it. Someday is so fast, and he just executes him. He knows this is a great time to go after the Baron, but they've got to be aware of Spica. They can't allow this to end up being some sort of YOLO flip on a 50-50. Spica's still trying to hang around. FlyQuest knows they can't just give it away. Prince wants to fire off the Moonlight Vigil, but it ain't gonna do a lot. Holy moly, you gotta be shitting! Picked up. Yes, they're pressuring a tier 2 in top lane, but look at Jojo. He's in the enemy base. He's at the tier 3. He's kicking down the door of FlyQuest's base. He knows he can't stick around for a long time. They're coming to collapse on him. He will not get the entirety of the turret, and EG manages to divert some of the pressure through this method. Ayla sidestepping away from the death sentence as Vulcan wanted to engage and find the enemy support. Now Inspired's here in the front, and Vicla's able to keep him back. Jojo wants his entrance. Spica's gonna keep him away now too. Prince ready to follow up. Vicla's here in the front line. He wants to get back. Seismic Shove gonna be flashed away as Jojo stays alive. Prince is on the hunt. FlyQuest right behind him, looking to enable him, looking to allow that AD carry to find the money that he needs to get to win this fight. He has the green gun. He's got the range. Attack range away.
Yeah, that's fine, because Garen used to always get the Mortal Reminder out of his Zeal, but now that's not built out of Zeal anymore, so
it's only auto attacks to my knowledge. Okay, so Garen's got a gun, and FlyQuest have Baron for another 15 seconds.
Yeah, Ayla's pretty much the only member susceptible to poke, and
Oh my god, are they gonna flip again? It's a flip.
It's a flip. Can Spica do it again? No, he can't, but he charges over the wall, and now he might just be dead. Spica has a flash that he would be able to escape back over the wall with if he needs to, and yes, he will. Baron over to EG. This is gonna lead the charge. FlyQuest are just going for the inside angle in the enemy base. They're saying if you want the dragon, you can take it, because we might be able to find a different angle instead. Jojo may have been caught, but Prince got caught instead. He's actually staying alive, but someday on the Garen, we'll find the flank, and EG run him over. Vicla won't escape, and that's the end of the game right there.
Flowers,
Wow.
you asked Medios, what would you do if you're the Gragas in this situation? You game-winning initiation onto Prince.
incredible.
Holy moly.
Absolutely
So well played by
insane.
EG. You know, even Jojo getting engaged on getting that stopwatch off, and it just ended up with FlyQuest being in a really compromising position.
Yeah, they went right for him, and Inspired, huge job to chunk him low enough to set it up for that someday flank.
Inspired deserves so much credit this game. Almost all their early game advantages came from his pathing, and Gragas is not easy to play in team fights. Hitting these just max range ultis to knock an Aphelios in, just incredibly good play.
For the second time this split, FlyQuest will fall. Oh! One last message to Ayla on the spawn platform, and Evil.
If you actually just trade farm against Aurelion Soul, you are getting nothing done on the Syndra. And actually, well, I mean, it's not a super tanky team for TL. It's a massive advantages that other people aren't often able to replicate.
And that was always the question with this roster for Team Liquid is if you're going to go into this season with one of the Boogie, I believe Maple has first roam and Chime is also here, so Pioshik, I don't even know if he can flash out of this one. He turns out the lights, but there's nowhere for him to go to. However, Harry's trying to give him a window of exit, but it's still first blood over to Chime.
Is going to be there to follow up.
Yeah.
There's a Karma in the area. There's Maple coming. So it seemed like a really low percentage play to actually spend it. And as you say, it is a very long cooldown. The turret is really close to falling. When they get that, you're going to be looking at a 2K lead here very quickly.
Yeah.
At only 13 minutes.
I would actually love to see the goal difference between Wild Turtle and
Harry top, because Harry was actually already coming out of base and get up towards that top lane faster.
Yeah.
And this way, you're not going to give up any farms.
Oh, Core sitting on a ward. So ever. There hasn't been any calls to say, okay, you know what? We can punish TSM here. We can turn around this fight. They've just been kind of rolled over for the most of the game.
Well, and there's a Herald drop mid, so this is going to become very difficult for them to approach. They've lost control of mid, so mid tower is gone. And TSM can just allow it to continue walking forward. TL will have to go over there. This is the problem. With Mega expired, I really don't know how they win this.
Yeah, now they're just going to turn right onto Summit. He has Flash, but can he even get out? They turn out the lights with Paranoia. Summit still doesn't get out alive. Harry has made his arrival. He looks for a huge Skies Descend, but there's not much damage follow-up from Team Liquid on back of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great ult. That was a 5-man ult, but your top laner's already dead. Your support's running away. Yon can't go in there 1v5. Nocturne already used his ult, so there's nothing really to come through. And I just felt like it was a really ill-conceived fight in the first place from TL. I'm looking at the position, I'm looking at the map setup, I'm looking at the items. It seemed like a really hard one to win. I think Turtle will probably be on 3 by the time this dragon spawns. But it's going to be a forced fight. They're going to have to go for it.
Okay, well, this is the first offensive Paranoia we've seen onto a solo target, but unfortunately for Team Liquid, Maple is not by himself. Boogie goes golden with the stasis, and they turn it right on back. Fioshik gets it.
It's 3 completed items for Turtle.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a steal. You've got to look for a steal.
They turn off the lights, but Soul is secured for TSM. Can Team Liquid even turn around this fight? They're onto the back line, but he's already golden, and Wild Turtle's just kiting, hitting one after another, free firing like it's shooting fish in a barrel. TSM easily clean up Team Liquid since summoning.
They're going to go for the Baron as well. TL have no choice but to try. I mean, this is desperate times call for desperate measures. Probably not going to work out, but we'll see what someone can get done.
Oh, Wild Turtle Arcane shifts forwards, and he's pumping out a lot of damage as well. He went Duskblade, so anytime he gets a kill or an assist, he's going to go invisible. He's going to just Arcane shift over the wall so he can be safe while they're tanking down this Baron, and it is secured safely for TSM. Someone wants to see if he can capitalize on one. All right, all right. Unfortunately, Chime, you don't get to go.
Take no responsibility for their support's deaths.
Yeah. I know we haven't really talked about...
That is the state of the game right there in a nutshell. Ult in, you get him to half health, you realize, oh, we don't have anything left, do we? Oh, okay, time to leave. You know, they're just so far behind, and I think TSM has played a real side. His job is just to slow him down because the cavalry is coming, and Summit is far up in lane.
I don't think there's any point in burning a flash. He's just going to take the death valiantly. Wild Turtle picks up his 5th kill of the game. Flashing the True Shot Barrage. That could have been deadly for him. Boogie still on the chase, looking for at least one straggler. Yon is not going to get locked down, but it forces Core to flash away as well. And then turning him down. Look at the damage coming out from TSM. Yon, he's just doing all that he can, but Harry's already getting the hell out of there. He knows that it's Dune from this side of the state. Yon is going to skate on over, delays some time, but the Elder's still coming up in 17 seconds, and Team Liquid are not at all prepared to contest this Elder Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be him dying eventually here. Does end up going down. There's no Elder plus Soul. They can use that to get Baron, which is spawning in 30, and then that's triple mega buffs basically here for TSM.
Yep.
And the game is there. They have the Soul, they have the Elder, they're grabbing the Baron, and then it's just well and truly time to push, right? Time to get something done. Darn impressive.
It is a front-loaded Mystic Shot ready to hit someone smack dab in the face. Even the Muramana and the Duskblade is going to add just that little extra bit of potential overkill for someone to squish your targets on Team Liquid, but they're already pressing up their advantage into the base. Inhibitor turret number 1 is about to fall, and TSM are just making short work of these structures.
Yeah, I think TL is making the call, just don't fight until Elder expires. That means you're giving up at least 2 of these inhibs. We'll see if it's going to be even more, though, as now they're starting to try to get some damage out on Solo, but just not really going to matter. He's just going to shrug it off and turn around.
Oh, someone is going to go Mega, but will he get a chance to do anything? No, the Elder Dragon smites him down. TSM now dealing with a 5-on-4 in the base of Team Liquid. They still have an empowered cannon minion to work with. But it looks like they're going to take their leave. They won't press their advantage. They're just waiting for this next minion wave, just waiting for someone else from Team Liquid to overstep.
Yeah, Turtle just ulting that wave in top lane, trying to get that going, so the waves crashed here at the same time. Top and mid are pushing in. Solo's just going to take out the turrets.
Fioshik is going to turn out the lights. Are they going to pick a target? They go into Boogie, but I don't think that's going to get anything done. Huge Skies Descend from Harry, but where's the damage follow-up? Yon needs to be able to pump out damage as fast as possible. He goes, oh my TSM, they don't have to deal with the Zeri, they don't have to deal with the Gnar, so surely this game should be theirs to close out, but Team Liquid are gonna make them fight for it. Chime is gonna go golden as he holds Pioshik in line, flashing away. TSM have only dropped one in Boogie, but it's 2 on 4. Summon is respawn, but it's already too late. TSM will clean up this game.
TSM stuff? Not even just the one game this split, which he does have. That is the only game he's actually played Ahri in his career. So yeah, as you say, it is getting a lot more popular. Gory, though, going to be going for an aggressive pick here. He's solo AP on the LeBlanc, so Revenge, I think, is going to have a pretty easy time. He has been really good. I think people will kind of laugh at some of the, like, the memeable moments, you know, the flash finding into minions, things like that.
Sure.
But, you know, you shouldn't be kind of, oh God, as Kemby's in a lot of trouble. That chain is going to connect.
Yep,
He's dead.
and Kemby is dead to rights. That's first blood for Gory.
Yeah, I'm not really going to be surprised here. And it's going to be a very fast early dragon soloed up by your set running. It's great.
And it's a minute before Rift Herald spawns. Kemvy's going to try to make an attempt on top side. Licorice being pushed in by the All-Out, flashing away from Kemvy because he doesn't have that cease and desist. There's no further lockdown to get this crocodile.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Revenge is going to be comfortable in a couple of seconds here. River and Huhi are here for the 3-man dive, and an All-Out I don't even think is going to get used because Revenge just gets bursted down.
But the fact that it was a cannon wave that's actually trading back made that a lot more even. This is going to be a full first turret.
Damn.
Feels like it's a while since I've
Recognizing, okay, bot lane has been accelerated. They've gotten, what, is it 3-4 plates by
Oh,
themselves?
no.
I don't know if you want this one. River's there over the wall. They get the wall throw to give him a little bit of back. Gory is taken down, and Baloo at least gets a kill on the trade. But man, that felt deep.
right in the area to help, flashes over the wall very quickly. The Vial can hope to get things done. And I just love how Golden Guardians is moving around the map as a squad, right? They invade into the jungle, they get down some forward vision in the jungle. That ward actually spotted the rotation down, so they know exactly what's coming, and Hui's just moving in there looking for a pick, but here comes the TP flank. This could be a play that tries to pull him into the game.
Revenge, who does he decide to all out there? All-inning onto Gory. They get him charmed up, and Revenge is on top of it as well, but the fire back from River Glacial Prison opens up space. Dixie gets taken out because of it, and Gory still has HP to play with. Distortions forward, but it's Licorice that's pressing on forward with the engage. Immortals still 1-to-1 trade. They find River, and Immortals, they're starting to press on back. It's all on the tactical to put in the damage, and Baloo the follow-up and as well. Charm connects. Gory double distortion, but it's not enough damage from Golden Guardians, and Immortals actually fight back.
And that is massive from Immortals, finding a window to try to get something done. Gory trying to go back in again, and it's some kills in your carries here, right? You know, the Ahri got a couple kills, the Zeri got a couple kills, so you can kind of hope, hey, maybe we can find another angle, maybe we can find another moment here in 5 minutes. Second, and 6A is playing on-hit Varus here. He has the Rage Blade. You can two-man this if they're given time, and they're showing members mid, they're showing members top, so I don't think Immortals has any idea. They're all collapsing for Licorice.
And Hair's like, all right, guys, get this crocodile. And Lurker's like, all right, I'm buying time as much as I can. They all out takes him over to the left side. And Golden Guardians actually want to come back and support this fight. They trade Licorice for Kenvi. Baloo with the flash almost finds Gory, but quick flash from Gory as well gets him out alive.
They're not bad. It is a trade 1-for-1. Jungler's dead. Do they actually go back? I don't think so. Hui's going to get engaged on, but Gory's behind him.
It goes his sword right over, but he goes right onto Stixay. Wait a minute, Immortals. This is a great angle to play from because River and Gory is separated from Stixay. Stixay gets taken out of the fight, and now Tactical is revving up the damage, looking for more. Gory's forced a distortion away. This is Soul Point on the line for Golden Guardians. Permafrost onto Revenge, but he gets out just fine. Gory is on the right side looking for a flank, but they have a vision ward, so it zones him out completely. But Lulu, hits the charm into Gory, and now Tactical's just refiring into the right side, and no one is affecting Tactical. Tactical's just ripping them apart. He's lighting them up. Tactical in the middle of 4 members, but he's not going down. How does he not die quite yet? He finally gets taken out, but Balulu can look for the cleanup, the resets. But Golden Guardians
looks so good, as you're saying. But watch Gory up at the top end of your screen, right around here. They go in for him. Balulu finds this great.
Gory saving that, making sure that Balulu doesn't get to be a part of the fight. Oh, wait, a flash from Revenge. Kenvy's into the pit, 1,500, 1,200. Who secures it? Licorice, out of all people. But they've already taken out 6, and Gory cannot participate in this fight. The Baron is secured for Golden Guardians, but they're now down a member.
Yeah, they get that. I'm not sure if that was actually an auto or just an ulti tick from Licorice, but he gets it. We're going to watch Revenge die, unfortunately, in the bot lane.
I mean, it's been a resurgence split for him, resurgence for Stixay as well, especially answering back at all the criticisms he had on 100 Thieves. And we've talked about it a lot, but I'm more than happy to talk about it again. I mean, 6-8 and Hu have been awesome this split, just bouncing back. Has Golden Guardians now crashing and taking out the bottom inhibitor, making their way through the mid lane. There's still a second-tier turret to take care of, but with the Baron empowered minion wave, they're gonna make short work of it soon.
And I just like this position. They're kind of claiming this area, clearing out the vision there. Corey can play over the wall. Anytime LeBlanc and Thresh are playing from Fog, it is so difficult to actually navigate that area.
Glacial
and they find the ult.
Tactical forced to use the cleanse to get out alive, and now he's facing himself beautifully on the back line, but can they chunk through the front line of Golden Guardians? They do it enough. They lose out on the inhibitor turret, but they protect any damage that was done on top side, gets that turret completely taken out. And from there, just the map was choked out for Immortals to really play with. I mean, credit that they've been able to play out some of these fights. For Immortals, they might look to turn around this fight, but Elder has also respawned.
Yeah, Immortals gotta just flip it. You gotta, oh, Kendi might be dead.
Okay, they lock up Gory, but he still has the stasis to play with, but he doesn't get time to pop it. Gory is taken out of the fight.
Be the backbreaker. He got spotted though.
9,000 HP. They try to turn onto him. Balulu trying to zone him out, but he's forced to retreat to the left side of the flank. Licorice is taking up on the front side, gets pulled back by Huhi on the dark passage. Stixay waiting for his time to shine and just pelt arrow after arrow into the backs of Immortals.
Taking too
River
long.
taking the Glacial Prison over the wall, chunking out Kemvi. Immortals members, their health bars are going low. Oh, they're gonna just TP to try to end. If they keep Immortals here, Licorice can look to just end the game. Off of Minion Waves, Immortals, someone has to recall.
They don't see Revenge though. Can River actually stop Revenge? They don't know where he is.
Revenge is channeling the recall right now. Elder Dragon, I don't know who secured the buff. It was Immortals, and now Licorice is all by himself trying to take out this turret, but I don't think he can get any more. He only got one Nexus turret. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, it is still Kemvi keeping alive. Tactical gets isolated and taken out by Golden Guardians, but the fact that Immortals have the Elder Dragon gives them a little bit of a window, but as I say that, Kemvi is routed off, and just like that, it's down to Balulu and Revenge. Golden Guardians, they have all 5 members, and even without the damn Elder Dragon, they're gonna look to push the end of game.
Yeah, you may not have the Elder, but it's a 5v2. Revenge and Bolulu. I think there's almost no shot here. We'll see what they can get done.
All right, Balulu Revenge, this would be a miracle if you could pull it off. Huge knockup from Revenge, but the damage from Balulu, it's not enough. Fleshy is respawned as well. They find one, but River and Stixay are just turned on to the Nexus. Stixay is hitting one after another. Can they lock him down? No! Golden Guardians will close out this game.
That goal